Hello everyone, this is your lecturer Hajirah Farooq, and today I will be discussing the lecture summaries for the module known as Introduction to Business Operations and Management. The module code for this module is BMM3003, and we will be covering the week 7, 8, and 9 for cohort 12, semester 1. So let's move on with this video. So we started the week 7 lecture by discussing the learning outcomes. There are 4 learning outcomes of this module as discussed in the previous videos as well. The first one is to demonstrate an understanding of business operations and management. The second one is to explain the key concepts of effective operations strategy. The third one is to explain the role and scope of business management. And the fourth and the last one is to contextualize the knowledge that you have obtained within a real business. So in this week, we had covered the 4th learning outcome, that was the contextualization of knowledge within a real business. And by the end of the session, the students were able to define what is a case study and the importance of using a case study, and the case study examples were also taught to the students. So starting off with the definition of case study, a case study is a research method that involves in-depth analysis and an investigation of a specific subject, such as an individual, group, event, or a phenomenon. It aims to provide a comprehensive understanding of the subject by examining it within a real-life context. And in a case study, researchers gather qualitative or quantitative data through various methods such as interviews, observations, surveys, or document analysis. So we further discussed about case studies, that in a case study, nearly every aspect of the subject's life and history is analyzed to find patterns and reasons of behavior, and the collected information is then analyzed to derive insights and draw conclusions. And the case studies are widely used in the fields of psychology, sociology, business, education, and medicine to explore complex issues and generate rich, detailed knowledge. Then we discuss the purpose of case study, that the purpose of case study is to learn as much as possible about an individual or group so that the information can be generalized to many others. And then we further discussed the importance of using case studies. And then we discussed what are the case studies used for. So the case studies are widely used in fields such as psychology, sociology, business, education, and medicine to explore the complex issues and generate rich, detailed knowledge. Unfortunately, case studies tend to be highly subjective, and it's sometimes difficult to generalize results to a larger population. Then we had a little activity where we saw a video about the market segmentation at Qantas Airlines. After watching this video, we had a few questions that we had to respond to. The questions were, how does segmentation help in Qantas Airlines, and what are the different segments that Qantas Airlines considers? Then we discussed some of the examples of case studies, which include the business case studies, medical case studies, social science case studies, and environmental case studies, educational case studies, legal case studies, and psychological case studies. Then we discussed a few tips for conducting a case study, and that was the end to the week 7 lecture. Moving further to the week 8 lecture. So in the week 8, we also again discussed the learning outcome 4, which is the contextualization of knowledge within a real business, which we do via case studies. And in this lecture, we try to understand and learn operations management strategies using different case studies to improve reading skills and to be able to find relevant case studies to the subject. So we had our first practice case study here about Zara, and the students were supposed to answer these 2 questions after reading that case study. And after that, we had another case study for practice about Apple. And then again, they had to answer these 2 questions after reading that case study carefully and thoroughly. And then we discussed about how to find a case study. So we discussed that different academic journals and research databases can be explored, and books and textbooks can be a good source of finding case studies as well. Websites and online resources also sometimes have really good case studies available for your practice and for the enhancement of your knowledge. And then we discussed about how to search the academic databases effectively. So we discussed that the usage of appropriate keywords related to the topic of interest is a very good way, and filtering the results by selecting academic journals and peer-reviewed articles, utilization of advanced search options for more precise results, and considering citing relevant articles to find related case studies. Then we discuss some of the examples of the websites and platforms that we can use to find good case studies at. So online repositories such as the Harvard Business School case studies or the Social Science Research Network. Then another good platform would be academic association websites, and then educational institution websites are also a good source of or a good platform to find good case studies. And then we discussed the importance of evaluating case studies. And then we discussed how effectively using case studies can be a very good source of learning for the students. So that was all about week 8, and then moving forward to week 9. So in week 9, we again discussed the learning outcomes first, and then this week was all about revisions. So we did a little bit of a revision of the assignment brief and the learning outcomes of the first two learning outcomes. So this is the assignment brief. In the 9th week, we started off with the revision of it. So in this semester, the semester 1, we have a case study of 2,000 words, where we are required to meet the first, third, and the fourth learning outcome, as you can see here. And the first draft deadline for this one is then we discuss the deadlines anyways, and then we also discussed the pattern that we are supposed to use for this particular assignment. Then we discussed the grading rubric in detail, and then we discussed the demonstration of understanding of business operations management, which is the learning outcome 1. We kind of revised all the main and basic definitions, and then we discussed the key concepts of effective operations strategy. And that's it. Thank you so very much, guys, for watching the videos. For any further knowledge or information that you require on this module, you can log on to your Moodle and find all the relevant data, teaching materials, and resources over there. Thank you so much.